Hey everybody. So last week, as we all know, Roseanne Barr managed to commit career suicide by tweeting a racial slur against a former advisor of President Obama. Within just a few hours, the whole world was erupting, and in a nice twist, the president of ABC decided to cancel her show. I'm much encouraged by this, but I gotta tell you, the episode still stinks. The problem is that it repeats the old pattern of white society deciding that the way to deal with racism is to condemn racists. Now, there's no denying that what Roseanne said was racist, absolutely. And the problem is, we're treating this as though we're playing a game of whack-a-mole. If we just identify every last racist and condemn them, and hit them like that old mole game, eventually, we will have gotten rid of all the racists, and the racism problem will end. The problem with that approach to this question, though, is that it makes it seem as though racists are just isolated individuals. They're just people with character flaws, and the rest of us can relax. Yet, no one ever admits to being a racist. Roseanne didn't. Her first instinct was to blame this whole episode on her sleeping medication. President Trump, who does racist things all the time, never admits to being a racist. This approach of condemning racists as isolated individuals doesn't seem to be working. In fact, it coexists with racism so well, it kind of suggests that racism doesn't mind us blaming individual racists. And maybe it's even come to count on it. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, if that's the case, it takes a nation to raise a racist. If it was just a village, if racists were just the product of small little groups of people who had backward ideas, then we could deal with it. We could send better teachers, we could send in some therapists, we could pass some laws. But instead, racism seems to be everywhere around us. It's seeped into our entire culture. Racists appear at every level of society. It is everywhere. It has become part of us, and it thrives because we don't even realize that it's there. That's the beauty of calling racists racists. It gets the rest of us off the hook. It gives us an alibi. They're racists, we're not. And yet the racist system continues. The problem is that we're all possessed by racism. Every last person in white society has been raised on an idea of superiority which has become so pervasive it's invisible to us. That's the problem. What we need is a good exorcism. We need to take this evil demon, which has become part of us, and drag it out into the open, into the sunlight, where we can confront it, deal with it, wrestle with it. We're probably going to deny it for a bit, maybe longer than a bit, but at least we can start dealing with it and get it out of our systems. And that's what we're going to be talking about this week at Roncesvalles United Church. Peace be with you.